Good morning. Good morning. It's 8 or 9:12 a.m. Eastern U.S. time on October 4th, 2017. Thanks for joining me. Sorry about the delay in getting started. Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. So we'll make this really quick today. The market stance this morning is just slightly wee bit lower. uh, Risk averse. So it looks like money is still going into the DAX. Oh, well, the DAX, the German markets are closed today. But the DAX is up 48 and a half points this morning and is catching up. But gold is getting a push up of $4.10, 0.32%. The Japanese yen, the euro bond, the euro FX, the US bond, and the US Treasury. Those are the markets that are up this morning, and it shows that the market's allocating to safety early on. However, the downside on the indices is very low. We're looking at somewhere around 0.15 to 0.2%, with the Euro stocks being the laggard at 0.36% down this morning. Yesterday we had a pretty strong, a relatively strong market. It started choppy as what we had expected, but overall the market took on higher highs and has pushed into some key measured move areas that I've talked about in the ES. Let's as far as what I'm looking for today, really the key number that we're getting this morning is U.S. Services PMI, which is expected at 9:45. The consensus is 55.1. At 10 o'clock, we're going to get ISM Services or non-manufacturing prelim for September, 55.5. And then for those of you who are trading crude oil, look for inventories at 10:30. Crude oil inventory is expected to have a draw of 500,000 barrels, a draw of 1.5 million barrels in distillates, and a surplus of 1 million in gasoline. At 12:15 today, we get ECB Speaker Draghi in opening remarks at the inauguration of the ECB Visitor Center. And then at 3:15, we're looking for Fed Speaker Yellen giving welcome remarks at a community banking event. So 12:15 and 3:15 key some key periods of the day today. As far as what we expected yesterday, here's what we were looking for. So yesterday, the expectation is that the market's likely to open up and chop, and then eventually get a large move up, and then consolidate near highs, and that's exactly what happened. It's not that hard to predict. The expectation was for the market to push into 25.32 quarter and push through a little bit, as you see here. Looking for it to consolidate around the measured move high. This is what we actually got. Stretch this out for you. There's your chop. There's your chop, and then we start to get the move higher, and then we hold steady right against those measured move targets, pretty much on the dot. Pretty much on the dot with that plan. But you know what? This that doesn't take any superpowers to figure out that that's likely the path, given that we were opening out of range on the upside on a day that also had a strong close. The market was likely to finish higher, and yesterday we shifted the point of control near the end of the session and ended up closing at highs as well. Again, the market is really anticipating this amazing tax break from the current administration and the current Congress, and so we'll see how that plays out. But the market's pricing in more favorable outcomes in terms of earnings and pricing going forward. Remember, the market is a forward-looking mechanism. It anticipates what value is likely going to be in the future, and it takes positions now. So it looks at prices now relative to where the market is likely to be in the future. The overnight session pushed higher by a little bit, but didn't really accomplish too much. Oops, hang on, clicked on the wrong one. Didn't really accomplish too much. We're not seeing much action on the overnight at all lately. 124,000 contracts traded. Market pushed quickly up and it has traded sideways. We've seen this consistently. Pushes up, trades sideways, pushes up over here, trades sideways. This is the profile for the overnight session. This is the profile for the day session. And you can see that we are trading beneath the mid, beneath the point of control, beneath the overnight VWAP. The market's in a is in a sideways mode. We have pretty much the entire inventory overnight is slightly short on price and on delta. Delta lower overnight, and price is below the closing price from yesterday, so inventory is slightly short, uh, is mostly short on the overnight session. Now, let's look at what we're likely to do. So I need to go back and look at the last few swings and project a couple more measured moves. These measured moves need to come off the chart. Hopefully, Daniel will do that today. But overall, I'm looking for the market to be somewhat sideways today. I'm expecting it to open, balance the overnight inventory, become responsive up to the point of control, but be stuck. And we could potentially push the high, but I'm not expecting much today. I'm expecting it to hold a range that is somewhere in the 25.34 down to the 25.27 area today for Hypo 1. I'm not really looking for any big movement. Of course, we would love to see some news affecting the buyers and forcing them to sell a little bit so we can have a bit of a cleanse and see the auction better or have the auction rotate a little bit better. But I'm looking for about 7 to 8 points of range at the most today, sideways action. If we happen to, I don't see, yesterday was neutral. We took out the IB low right here. You see it test by a couple ticks. And then we took out the IB high and finished neutral extreme. This is a relatively neutral extreme is relatively indicative of a market that attempted to go in a direction, failed, went in the other direction, and closed on the other direction as extreme. In this case, this will be fairly bullish. This is why I'm expecting the push higher. So Hypo 2 is likely to be an open auction that tests down into the IB, impulse up, consolidate at the point of control, and then have another impulse up, and then go sideways into the close. Not anticipating anything. I mean, Yellen at 3:15 Eastern, but not anticipating anything outstanding to happen today. I hope I'm wrong. I'm always hoping that I'm wrong with these predictions. When I predicted the market sideways, I would love to see that I'm wrong. I'll take the hit. I'll take the loss on those trades, on the outside in trades or the mean reversion trades, just to see the market move and then recover. So on Hypo 2, again, looking for a double distribution of market that holds higher and holds lower at the beginning and then pushes up and holds higher. That's what I'm looking for today. Okay, so I'll leave you with that. It's 8:21. It's been about 9 to 10 minutes. That's all we want to keep it to. Good luck today. I wish you the best. And of course, thanks for the birthday wishes. Really appreciate your thinking of that. And I'll catch you tomorrow morning. Take care.